Human remains recently found near the Chattahoochee River in Columbus.
This isn't the first set of bones they have come across this year. Back in March, bones were also found along the Riverwalk.
This is very frequently used water, so I mean we can find anything.
You might call them scuba sleuths.
Their new hobby went from cleaning up waterways to solving mysteries. And what a great public service.
Jeremy Sides and Adam Brown travel the country searching for closure in cold cases.
Amazing. The gift of closure to grieving families is absolutely priceless.
Today we traveled to Columbus, Georgia to search for missing person Ethan Boyt. He went missing back in June of 2022 and he has vanished. Now this case is really different than what we normally do looking for a vehicle. There's no vehicle involved. Ethan is just missing and he has just vanished completely. And he's a young man from the Phenix City, Columbus, Georgia area. And according to the police, there was an incident where Ethan was under the influence of an unknown substance, fired a neighbor's gun, which struck a vehicle and a residence apparently, and police showed up on scene, but for some reason they didn't arrest him. They actually left him at his apartment alone, came back later, and he has vanished and he has not been seen since. Pretty much the river goes right through the town, and so there is a rumor going out that his body was dumped with maybe concrete blocks or some sort of weights off this bridge, and this is like the 14th Street Bridge, right, Jeremy?
Yes.
And you heard about this case online, right?
Yeah, I got a message through Facebook. It was just a viewer saying, hey, I heard about this case. You should reach out to the mom. She's looking for divers. And that's what I did, and now we're here 2 days later.
And apparently, I guess a year ago, from today around, there was like a jawbone and some teeth found, but they haven't been able to confirm the dental records. But the family really thinks that it's Ethan. But the majority of the remains, the skeleton, has not been recovered. So they reached out, and we're trying to help them, just give them some answers. We're going to dive around the Chattahoochee River. You know, there is known for whitewater rafting, and a lot of other people actually dive out here, and older bones have been found.
Our top story, new details on human remains recently found near the Chattahoochee River in Columbus.
Says this isn't the first set of bones they have come across this year. Back in March, bones were also found along the Riverwalk. He says they've received 4 to 6 calls so far this year about human bones being discovered. Back on May 25th, Muskogee County's Coroner Buddy Bryan was called to the Riverwalk in Columbus near Light Post 33. Getting to the scene, he found a human leg bone.
And then on the 26th, we were called back out to the same scene where additional bones were found. That was at 2:59 p.m. that day. Same situation, same circumstances, same place.
Well, we're going to do our best today to try to give the family some answers. We're going to go down. The water's low right now. What are you thinking we're going to find?
I don't know. This is very frequently used water, so I mean we can find anything. I'm expecting to find lots of random stuff that has nothing to do with what we're looking for. But the goal is cinder blocks, rope, tarp, human remains, you know, something like that to give them a little bit more idea.
If we can just get one of anything, bone or cinder block, that's our main goal. I'm sure we're going to find all sorts of things out here, you know, modern items. We're going to pick up what we can, but our main goal is to find bones or cinder blocks or chains or some sort of weight. It's kind of windy, but let's get our gear on, get out in the water, and see what we can find. Finally walking down here. The water looks pretty good though today.
Yeah, I don't think it went up. You can see where the buoy's at.
Yeah. We should have like 3 hours. So we should be able to dive the full tank dive in.
I would think so. Especially me, because I got a regular.
I got my new public safety dry suit on, so I'm actually testing this out for the first time. It might be a little overkill because it's not very deep.
Adam's got his new wetsuit, first time he gets to leave.
But we're going to try to clear this whole area up here. There's all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Really clear. I didn't think it was going to be this clear. The sun helps a lot.
Yeah.
Might not even need a light.
Let's get in. No. I do feel the cold through my... Hopefully there's no leaks. Let's test this thing out. We're going to dive this whole area, see if we can find bones or anything. I'm sure we're going to find some other treasures along the way, but let's get in the water and check it out. Alright, so we begin our dive into the Chattahoochee River, and this is a river that is typically pretty clear. It even gets clearer than this visibility, but this is really good for what we are used to. And this search is going to be a little bit different because we are looking for bones, as we've said. But the problem is that there is so much more garbage, trash, modern items out here. There's also a lot of old bottles and antiques and relics. So we really are looking for anything. So I'm just kind of going around showing you guys everything we see along the way. And to be honest, it is small chances that we're actually going to find a bone, at least human bones. We typically find lots of animal bones. You saw that was a steering wheel. It looked like I just picked up. So maybe there's a car farther upriver somewhere, or some old remains of a car. Alright, I had to change my dry suit to my wetsuit because I got overheated. I didn't have enough weight. So I'm actually cold now, but it feels good. But hopefully we can search around better now. Yeah, so what happened there is I had my public safety dry suit on, and it was the first time I have been using that suit. And it is dry. I kept dry, but I did not have enough weight, and I was getting really hot because I had my thermals on. So I had to change. So I am good now going around in the water. And really, I'm just looking for anything, sticks. You know, here's a random cart somebody threw in there. And I'm not going to talk through this whole video, but I did want to kind of start you guys off and let you know where our heads are at. We really are just looking for anything. It's basically what we do when we treasure hunt. You're kind of just going around, and we know that bones were found in the area, so you really never know what you're going to find. But we do end up finding a lot of, you know, modern items, a lot of vape pens, stuff like that. So if you guys happen to spot anything while I'm diving that I may have missed, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think you saw. For everything I went around, I think I did a pretty good job. There was no obvious remains so far, but we are going to keep on searching and show you guys what we find. There's a little bit of a current. Where'd you look?
I mean, I kind of scanned the bridge that way, and then I came this way. Out in the middle, it gets about 20 feet.
Yeah, I can see.
But the current's stronger on this side.
Yeah.
I found a bag full of somebody's belongings.
Really?
Yeah, like phones, wallets, all that stuff.
Really?
It's all ziplocked. The back, like everything probably still works.
Where?
Like in between the pillars, like the farthest one.
Yeah.
I made it all the way over there, started searching. Then I worked my way over here. Then this channel is just
it's deep, yeah.
It gets deep, and the current's stronger right here, so it freaked me out. I was like, man, I was taking a break. These little turds up here throwing rocks at me.
Really?
Yeah, so got away from them.
How much air do you have?
Dude, there's nothing over here, but over there, it's filled with history.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna keep going. Well, they said they threw it off here, right?
That's what I was thinking.
We need to check down there. Did you check over here?
Pretty shallow.
Almost.
Jesus.
It's so rocky.
Huh?
It's rocky.
Yeah.
I want to go back up there on that side.
What time it is? What time is it?
Huh? I think we need to go down there.
Well,
put it at the boat ramp and go up.
we got 2 hours, and then they start generating.
Yeah. Well, we need to finish up here. All right, we just got done. I didn't see any bones or anything. I found like a belt, which I doubt is that old, but you know, it's the only kind of clothing. I mean, there was some t-shirts and stuff, you know, gets filled up with sand, blankets. If the bones are found farther down river, that's where we're gonna try to go look now. Well, we knew we were gonna find some other modern treasures. And I think Jeremy hit the mother lode here.
Yeah, somebody lost everything. So, crap, can't get out of there. Oh, they had it all in a Ziploc bag inside this. Obviously didn't work.
Got a bag full of phones.
Heck yeah.
Good Lord, how many phones are in there? Is there money?
I don't see anything. Man.
3,
4, 5, 6.
6 phones? Good Lord, man.
Samsung.
I don't think I've ever found that many in a bag.
LG.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
They're all Samsung.
I'm not surprised. I mean, that's not what we came here to find, but I knew we were going to find stuff. Now, I'm sure we can check, see if there's any IDs in there or anything like that, and try to return these phones. But we're running out of daylight. Let's try to get down to the other bridge where the remains were actually found. And I don't know if we're going to have time to dive. Maybe we'll send the drone down, worst case. All right, we just got done diving around this bridge where, you know, the rumor was that he was dumped in there with cinder blocks. We weren't able to find anything obvious or super suspicious. There's a lot of old, you know, bricks and stuff like that, but I didn't see anything unusual. And I'm out with Ryan Finds Truth. We've dove with him before and met up. And this is Ethan's mom, Nicole. And, you know, I wish we could have given y'all some more answers today, but I'm glad we could, you know, clear a spot and help. But I know there's a lot of other divers, so hopefully y'all can get more answers. But y'all are going to the police department right now, you said?
Yes, we are.
Try to get some police reports.
Police reports from the night of the incident when it took place. That way I know exactly what happened that night because he was technically 18 when everything took place. So in Alabama, that makes him a minor. He's not an adult until he turns 19 in Alabama. So even though the crime he committed the night of the incident was an adult crime, he's still a minor in Alabama. So I'm gonna try to get them to give me a copy of the police report and whatever else I can get, and also give them a copy of all the new evidence that I've gotten over the past couple of days, which I've also sent to y'all. Hopefully they'll give it all to me. So we'll see what they give me and what they don't give me.
So what, I mean, right now you just want more cooperation with the law enforcement, trying to get more answers, and it's been years now.
2.5, almost 3.
And they have, you know, they have remains that are unidentified sitting that were found in the river.
Along the river banks. This particular river, actually.
So that's really odd that it's taken so long. I'm not, you know, an expert at all in the field, but I imagine there should have been some sort of answers sooner at this point. So, you know, if anybody's watching local, you know, we just want to help the family, help them get answers and speed this up anyway. We're trying to bring awareness to the case. If anybody else, you know, in the community here dives, that can also check out the river and walk along the banks, look anywhere for any bones that stand out. We're trying to just help and bring awareness to the case. And, you know, hopefully we can come back and dive some more on another day, because this river just goes up and down. But stay tuned for updates, and we'll have those. And I know Ryan's going to have those on his channel. Definitely. I'll have that link below. And, you know, me and Jeremy, we're going to have videos. But if you guys have any tips or anything, make sure to leave those down below and email that. We appreciate you guys' support, and thanks for watching.
Hey, I'm Ethan's mom. How are you? I have some information on my phone you may want to get, but I also need to get reports.
I can't give you any reports.
Why?
Nah, you have to get with records on that.
Okay, I just drove 2 hours because now I hear he's a missing person. That y'all have him as a missing person?
Yeah, there's a missing person case, yes.
Can I get that report so I can have that case?
I can't give you any reports. That has to get it from records.
So when somebody files a missing person report, we pay for those too?
Yes. If you want a copy, any copies you want, you have to pay for it.
It's good news. You can get a copy though. That's good news.
Okay.
But it's got to come from the records department.
We can do that.
Yeah.
We can get that.
Just got to be during the week.
Okay. But there is stuff on my phone you may want to get off.